There are two great days in a person's life: the day that they are born and the day that they discover why. I was born in Pennsylvania in 1958 to parents who would soon abandon their 3 children. My father was gone before I was 3. When I was 6, my mother drove me and my 2 brothers 200 miles away from home and left us alone in our trailer with strict instructions not to leave that trailer until she returned. This wasn't the first time she did this, but this time 5 days passed and she had not returned. My brothers were 8 and 3. After 5 days, I grew restless and said to my brother, "You're the oldest, do something. We're supposed to be in school." Eventually, I took charge and we ventured to another trailer where we knocked and hoped for a stranger's help. We got lucky. After a phone call to my grandparents, this stranger took us to the Greyhound bus station and put us on a bus to Philadelphia, where we sat scared to death until we arrived and we were greeted by my grandparents, who paid the bus fare as they had promised. My brothers and I moved in with our grandparents on a modest street in a wealthy suburb of Philadelphia, where we lived amid the conflicting worlds of affluence, working-class families, and apathy. My mom and pop raised us. I was a small, scared kid with low self-esteem. And by the odds and all things considered, my chances at success were slim. For a while, I felt lost. Then I discovered the playground. It became a place of community where I knew I belonged. It was where I discovered sports and the red rubber ball, and that fueled my dreams. My childhood was loaded with uncertainty. The playground became my sanctuary, a magical place where my worries, shame, and low self-esteem disappeared. Despite my size, I could outrun most other kids, and speed became my ticket onto the field. They called me Little Fast Kid. I felt alive on the playground. I felt loved, and I felt wanted. I grew stronger and more confident. I was obsessed with sports, and others took notice. My elementary school teachers actually pinned notes of discouragement to my clothes for my grandparents to read when I got home. One note read, "Please encourage Kevin to think about something other than sports." My grandmother one time wrote back, "If that's what he loves, so be it." With that stamp of approval, that support, I knew it was okay to chase that ball, so I did. That red rubber ball personified my dream to build a life of passion around sports and became my guiding light. Yes, the odds were stacked against me. Was a dream enough? Was passion enough? Could I actually overcome the odds? We all start with dreams when we are young, but it seems very few are realized. Some of us get caught up in the status quo, take the path of least resistance, or buy into the naysayers. You know, those haters. Too often dreams disappear before they even had a chance. I chased that ball and never stopped. Despite detours, obstacles, and setbacks, I've never lost sight of my red rubber ball. And where did that get me? Do you think I became a professional athlete playing in the NBA? Did I win a Nobel Prize? See, I was that scrawny little kid. After high school, though, I joined the Air Force so I could play soccer in Germany. I learned to speak 5 languages during my 10 years and got a bachelor's and a master's degree. I studied sports medicine and became an athletic trainer for high schools and a college team, and eventually reached my dream job. I actually did make it to the NBA as head athletic trainer for the Philadelphia 76ers. I was one of the NBA's first black athletic trainers. My passion then led to a leadership position at Nike, where it was my job to inspire everyone from shoe designers to sales staff, retail folks, and Nike vendors. It was my job to push their creativity to the limit. I called myself the Catalyst, with a K for Kevin, because I helped spark change. And that's what I still do today as an independent creative consultant who travels the world working with companies, communities, and speaking to thousands of people, even working side by side with the likes of Archbishop Desmond Tutu. Now we're having a conversation. So I ask you, what's your red rubber ball? What would you do for free? What inspires you and gets you out of bed? What is your primal source of joy? What is your why? Because your second grade day awaits you. Are you chasing your ball, or has it long been collecting dust, in an old closet? Or are you still searching? The moment of discovery can find us at any stage of our life, as long as we're open to new experiences, ideas, and emotions. This dream can become your life's work, if you let it. Finding your red rubber ball is only half the battle. Once you find it, you must follow it. That takes courage, strength, imagination, and what I like to refer to, your want to. So how's your want to? Are you ready? Here we go.